and water polo without the water. It's called team handball, and it's most popular in Europe. Contested at the 36 Berlin Olympics, it was dropped until '72. The U.S. fielded unsuccessful teams at both Munich and Montreal. Recently, the Danish national team toured the United States. The Danes claim to have invented the sport. That's debatable, but there's no debate about the speed, action, and excitement of team handball. More on team handball after this.
In this position here,
I learned team handball, like basketball, was a limited contact sport.
That's right. If you reach behind me and grab me like this is a foul, which we call a 7 meter. Yeah. And it's like a penalty shot in soccer.
Okay, what happens with a foul now? Where is your penalty shot taken from?
It's 7 meters straight,
7 meters
directly in front of the goal, and it's just the penalty shooter in the goal.
That's it.
And it's usually 90% shot. From the side.
All players except the goalie must be able to both score and play defense. Winger Joe Story showed me how he sets up for a shot.
Try to shoot it right off their hip. This is a wing shot. What I do, I'm moving towards the ball. I have 3 steps once I have the ball. So I'm moving towards the ball, and I'm trying to catch the ball in the air and taking a hard step right to make the defender commit inside. Then I'm taking 2 quick steps, one left and another one with my right, trying to step around the defender.
Trying to get a better shooting angle.
Right,
go in there.
Exactly,
Okay.
try to get a shooting angle. And if he does recover on defense, I'm already behind him. So the only way he can stop me is grab my arm. And then we have a penalty situation as one-on-one with the goalie.
Watching Joe, it was easy to see why he's one of America's top-scoring threats. It was a tough act to follow.
All right, I'll go through.
That's it. That's it. Oh! Yeah, scoring.
Okay, all right, now I'll do it in fast motion.
Okay.
There
it is. Like many of America's best players, Olympic veteran Rick Abrahamson developed his athletic skill on a basketball court long before he even knew what team handball was all about.
Well, I was in the military in 1970, and I was playing on the All-Army basketball team, Presidio, working out with about 50 ex-college basketball players. We were training to go to the World Championships, World Military Championships, and I was one of the last persons to not make the cut. I had come down on orders for Vietnam and was headed to Vietnam within 2 weeks. My coach, basketball coach at the time, said, "Rick, we'll let you go home, take a leave, take 8 or 10 days and report back to your installation, or you can go back to North Carolina, and there's this crazy, under-publicized sport called team handball that General Westmoreland is developing, and if you'd like, I'll give you an opportunity to try out for that team, and you might like it. I think you have a lot of ability in that area, in that it involves basketball talent, quickness, body contact, and so I chose to go back and try team handball, and turned out to be a great experience. Handball is constant movement, it's constant motion. You can only hold on the ball for 3 seconds. It's a fast-moving passing game with a lot of body contact, and for me, that's the ultimate in sports. Handball does not resemble American handball at all. It originated in Europe in the early 1900s. It's a court game played on a basketball court, a little larger than a basketball court, I should say, and utilizing 6 court players plus a goalie and soccer goals at each end. The object being to throw a ball into a goal past the defense. So it doesn't resemble American handball at all. It resembles probably hand soccer without the feet.
Action starts outside a 9-meter broken line. Only the goalie is permitted inside a solid line 6 meters from the net. Typically, the defending team, the O's, line up between their own goal at the right and the attackers, the X's. The point man or circle runner tries to penetrate the middle and draw the defenders toward him. This gives the wings on either side room to operate. The 3 backcourt men can shoot or pass the ball to the circle runner or the wings, depending on who has the best chance to throw the ball into the net for a point. Some of the American players had never been to California before, so native Mark Wright doubled as a teammate and a tour guide.
Okay, on the other side there's a canyon called Santa Monica Canyon.
If there is an American ambassador for team handball, it has to be Mark Wright.
Many people in the Federation have to wear a number of different hats, and the players are not accepted from that rule. I'm one of the older players on the team. So it just sort of happens that those who have the abilities in team handball are sort of get selected to do certain things, and if that happens to be a player, then so be it. We just don't have the manpower at this point in our development to exclusively divide players from administrators.
On the other hand, the Danish national team arrives with a full complement of players, coaches, and managers. Mark Wright arranged their cross-country tour to promote the game and to give the young American national team a taste of world-class competition.
When we play tonight, there's very little chance that we'll beat the Danes. They're the number 4 ranked team in the world. They've been playing the game all their lives, and they're a great team. And if we don't have our act together completely, and I mean completely by playing 2 30-minute halves, we'll get beat by 10 or 12 goals.
The game is so new to America that the players themselves had to fashion team handball courts out of available basketball floors during the 5-city tour. The tour served as a crash course to prepare the Americans for their real objective.
Moscow! All right, let's get it. Go now!
The Danes in red wisely conserve their energy, while the less patient Americans come out shooting.
We can't trade goals with the Danes, and by that I mean that we can't play kind of a run-and-gun style the way the Danes would let the game go if we tried to play that way. What we've got to do is try to control the ball, play good, tough defense, and when we get the ball from them, hold on to it for a while.
But as the game wears on, the Americans wear down. Here a bad pass is stolen and converted into an easy score. Coach Mike Cavanaugh tries to keep the game close with fresh subs. It works for a while.
That would be you in your place.
Mike Cavanaugh first coached me at UCLA 2 years ago. He's the man that taught me the game and a number of us on the team. And he knows probably more about the game than any other American coach in this country.
Danish veteran Anders Dahl Nielsen thinks the American squad has improved, but still lacks experience.
I have played against them at the Pro Olympics in Montreal in '65, and I think that they are very good players. Their movements on the field are perhaps a little bigger, not quick, but they are perhaps more basketball than handball. In Denmark, nearly every boy or girl plays soccer in the summer and handball in the winter, and therefore we can be good at handball.
The Danes are up by 6 at the 10-minute halftime break.
Let's get a taste for this pick and roll, the 6 and the playmaker screen. Stick with the simple stuff, all right? Then we can go with the opposite.
The Danes are a great defensive team, and the techniques that they use defensively are of particular importance to us to learn. The American team has always been able to score on anybody, but the reason we get beat is we let too many goals go by us.
We got to come out like that also. Let's go.
Playing all out in the first half, the Americans kept it close. But now they have little left in the second, and the Danes score almost at will. What was a close game becomes a rout. Goal, Denmark. Goal, Denmark. Goal, Denmark. Goal, Denmark, and they win 36-18. The only consolation the Americans get, another lesson on how the game must be played if they are to compete on a world-class level. The sting of defeat is eased at the post-game banquet. The United States has high hopes of being one of the 12 teams to qualify for the 1980 Games.
We're guaranteed a spot in the 84 Games as the host, and so that's a lot of worrying, a lot of time and trouble that we don't have to deal with in 84.
And this time I'll get it right. Skål!